All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140 pound and the 135 pound division, where Lamont Roach, still licking his wounds, reacts to what Gervonta Davis said about his fight, his being Lamont Roach's fight with Pitbull Cruz this last weekend. Let's talk about Lamont Roach, and I'm going to agree with him in this video that, hey, man, Gervonta did wait till a convenient time to start talking. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, I'm looking for an excuse to talk about one of my favorite fighters in the sport of boxing and another fighter that I've come to respect a lot, the skills of Lamont Roach. I'm talking about Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, who very well should have a rematch together after Gervonta Davis and he drew. Unfortunately, that did not take place, and Gervonta was supposed to fight Jake Paul. That fell through. Lamont Roach goes to fight Pitbull Cruz for an interim title up at 140 pounds. Unfortunately for Lamont Roach, he's hit with his second consecutive draw. Definitely not a good feeling for him. Definitely feel for him. My understanding is that he also went to the hospital after the fight with a broken hand. That could have had something to do with the why he didn't turn up the pressure on Pitbull Cruz in the last couple rounds and give him a better opportunity to win. But whatever the case is, I'm just happy that Lamont Roach is finally getting the credit that Lamont Roach deserves as being a top-notch fighter. Now, after the fight, Gervonta Davis dissed Lamont Roach and said that he basically called him a gatekeeper. And then Lamont, now my take on that is, yeah, that's kind of a low blow. I would not call Lamont Roach anybody's gatekeeper. Lamont Roach is definitely first of all, he, up until he stepped into that ring at 140 pounds, he was a reigning 130-pound champion. And he did a terrific job in his fight with Gervonta Davis, and he did a terrific job in his fight with Pitbull Cruz. It's just that he didn't do enough to push it over the edge. That, in my personal opinion, I don't think that qualifies him as a gatekeeper. But I'm respecting very much Lamont Roach's response to Gervonta, which was like, oh, okay, I see now, not time for you to come out of hiding. Because Gervonta really hadn't been saying anything about Lamont Roach, hadn't been saying anything about the drama that was going on related to Jake Paul, had been really, really silent about it, while I suppose he's getting his stuff together, trying to figure out who he's going to fight next, trying to deal with the issues going on with the accusations with the woman in Miami who claimed that Gervonta Davis had caused her some damage. And as a result, his fight got canceled. But Gervonta's like, hey, man, it is what it is. I didn't do it. You guys want to believe it because it's me. This girl has a history of doing this, of going after men for money. So he's, I suppose, getting ready to figure out who he's going to fight next. I'm telling you right now that I usually say that I don't care who Gervonta Davis fights next. And the reason that I say that is because Gervonta Davis gets criticism no matter who he fights. The fact that he's fighting anybody, I automatically know that it's not going to be good enough. Take, for example, when Gervonta Davis fought Lamont Roach, there were a lot of YouTube content creators that were literally making the argument that they would rather see Gervonta Davis not fight at all than to see them fight Lamont Roach. That's how little credit little respect they were paying to Lamont Roach. Now you've got a complete 360 on the same people claiming that Gervonta Davis can't do anything but rematch Lamont Roach because of that fight. But all in all, Gervonta Davis's opponents really don't get the credit that they deserve. And I'm happy that people got to see that Lamont Roach is a legitimately tough fight. Lamont Roach will be a tough fight for Shakur Stevenson. He'll be a tough fight for Devin Haney. He'll be a tough fight for anybody that he gets in the ring with because of the way that he is able to punch with you, the way that his how fundamentally sound that he is. Excellent inside throwing while you're throwing, countering off you. But the problem with Lamont Roach is that he is not the best person in the world at taking the lead. So I hope that even though I don't put pressure on Gervonta Davis to fight any particular person, because obviously, man, there's a bunch of people I love to see him fight. Love to see him fight Shakur. Love to see the fight with Lamont Roach. Would love to see him fight Andy Cruz, O'Shaquie Foster, Gary Russell Jr. There's a whole lot of people that I would love to see Gervonta Davis fight. So again, I don't want to put that particular pressure and message on him. But Lamont Roach should definitely be one of the top 1 or 2 people that he gets in there with. My understanding is that Gervonta Davis is leaning towards a Pitbull Cruz rematch, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think that might be a good 2-fight plan. Fight Pitbull Cruz in a rematch if Pitbull Cruz will fight you. My understanding is that Pitbull Cruz said, hey, I'm not like Gervonta. I want to give rematches, so he wants to run that back with Lamont Roach. We'll see whether or not that's going to be something that's going to headline a card or not. Obviously, Pitbull Cruz, if he had the opportunity for Gervonta, would probably take Gervonta first. But I think those two guys right there are great matchups for Gervonta. If he can correct rematch Pitbull, the Pitbull rematch is not as important as the Lamont Roach rematch, but I know that Gervonta Davis's team fancies that fight because that is a big Black American versus Mexican matchup, and the style matchups are excellent. You're going to have Pitbull Cruz who's coming at Gervonta Davis. Gervonta's not going to have to look for him. It's not going to be this catch and shoot type fight where you're dealing with that constantly from Lamont Roach, somebody that won't necessarily engage on your terms. Obviously, stylistically, they would prefer that, but I'll take either one of these two, and I don't think Gervonta Davis should completely blow off the rematch with Lamont Roach. I think that Lamont Roach deserves the rematch, deserves to have another opportunity to be on the top stage, man. There's a lot of fighters that get a lot of benefits of the doubt, and Lamont Roach to date has not been one. But if he steps up and I believe even if he fought Gervonta, the truth of the matter is if he fought Gervonta and he opened up too much, he could have very well got stopped if he opened up too much. Also, Gervonta Davis could have continued to just outbox Lamont Roach from the outside because his feet are so much better. In that case, if they go into a rematch, I don't know what the rematch is going to look like. I don't think Gervonta Davis is going to go balls to the walls at him just so that he can make an exciting fight. He probably will jab, move, box, get rounds under his ring, get rounds under him because, Lamont Roach is going to be a tough out. But I'm rooting for Lamont Roach for sure. I hope that he gets the rematch with Gervonta. I understand where he's coming from as far as, feeling mistreated as a fighter, feeling like, hey, man, if it's a close call, why don't I ever get the close call? Right? Does the other guy always get the close call? Well, truth of the matter is Lamont, the other guy didn't get the close call. He got a draw as well. You just kind of didn't get the deal done. And I wouldn't be surprised if he fought Gervonta Davis to another draw, or if he fought Isaac Cruz to another draw. I just think that's the kind of fighter that he is. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comments section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.